What's up, everyone? So
Hello.
glad to see everybody here. We got some stuff that we have been working on that we have been kind of keeping quiet in the background because we wanted to make sure that we had all our T's crossed and I's dotted before we made our move. And successfully last night we did. Um, I don't want to get into that just yet. Let's take a moment. I know because once we dive into that, I don't think there's any going back. Josh, I know you
I
wanted
know.
to because we're going to ruffle some feathers. We are in the world. And Josh, real quick, you were supposed to have a live yesterday, and I think you just wanted to talk about that real quick. Let's get that out of the way, and then we will dive into the big topic at hand as people are still filtering in.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if the wind is blowing in my audio. So the lives that I had scheduled with Dan and someone else, I decided to postpone it until we get to their part in the era of this series because I feel like Dan deserves a high quality video and a panel of people to really be able to ask questions that maybe I don't, or and just to get it on a bigger platform than just a Facebook Live. Not to say that I won't be doing any more Facebook Lives. I'm definitely going to keep doing lives in the group. You know, small things here and there to fill in between, so that nobody gets goes through a drought. But I do got a couple of things set up, but I want to do it in order and give these people the respect and the platform that they deserve, other than a Facebook Live. And I appreciate what Chris and Boston are doing and the way they handle things. So I think that for everyone involved, it is the best way to go.
Well said.
Okay. Boston, what were you going to say?
Oh, I just said well said.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. So I'm trying not to speed through it, but got I got the nerves flowing because Josh just pretty much dropped it all out there in what we were doing. So there has been a rumored group out there that had Russ and all the actors in it from 2014 to 2016. We never knew of its existence. It was a hidden group. However, we were able to infiltrate this.
Dun dun
And
dun.
before we could tell anybody, we had to make sure that we screen recorded every post. We snapped every screenshot that we could. So we have all different stuff before people dirty delete. Josh made a great move right after we got everything and we were ready to do this, and dropped a post so they could join us and watch this live right now as we start to talk about it. Now, it's 3 full years of conversations of what actors were in what tours, what went on in the tours, like the format, different stunts they were deciding to make and design at the time, a lot of things being said,
Questionable safety.
and things being said that showed their true colors, right? And there is a lot of sensitive information in there, like addresses and phone numbers of people, calls for harassment throughout. So what we are going to do now, we got everything. I think the best plan for this is to be completely transparent. There are a lot of posts with people just saying, how is your day going? And then small talk and conversations that have nothing to do with what we're trying to show or anything. But we don't want to hide anything. We don't want to leave anything out. So now we need to make albums. I think we'll do quarterly year albums because it's so many screenshots throughout. We are going to censor out the sensitive data, just blurring out like addresses and phone numbers, things that we don't want to give out like that. There are some medical records throughout too that we want to make sure to blur out and put those in there for you all to do your own research and see it. Now, as we go through the rise and fall and we dip into these years and hit 2014 like we're about to, we are going to take snippets of this information and show it there. We just won't be showing everything, like how was your day going today? How was Saturday? We won't show all of that there. However, you will all, being in the McKamey Manor Roadtrip group, have access to those so that you can dive in because maybe there's something we miss, right? Maybe we get hooked on one tangent and you see something completely different. Our group is about all of us working together. That includes everybody that's a member of the group. If you've got information, you drop it, you show it. We all get everybody talking. Now, people are probably like, oh, it can't be that juicy. It can't be that great of stuff. So we did take some excerpts from it to show. And just to kind of show you, these are just some of the things that are in this group. So what we're looking here is with Steve Pure saying, I miss everyone. Seems innocent enough, right? Well, in that comment section, we have Nick Baldwin saying, I miss torture. Here is just a random, I don't know what the post was to it. We do have them all together. I just took snidbits. Where are we looking at this? Another Nick Baldwin comment. You better figure it out, Russ. My poor family is suffering because I have inflicted pain on everyone else. Show update. This is from Russ himself. The company is having problems getting insurance. This is about one of the supposed TV shows that have been going on. So they're talking about how this company that's shooting the show is trying to get insurance and they're having trouble. Well, that means Russ doesn't have insurance.
Yeah, there's several posts about that, multiple posts about that throughout the years.
There is
about insurance, safety inspections.
Yep. Throughout this, we also see people talking about this sizzle reel. So this is something now that we are diving into and trying to find more about. What was the sizzle reel? Okay, another thing. This is a call to action from Russ. It's time to mix up MM and cause a little ruckus. I'm finished with the desensitizing of the MM movies, starting with Lindsay B movie. It will be brutal. No more interviews, etc. Just rough, crazy footage. Time to spin the fools up again. Lindsay has agreed to film another ending for her tour at the water pickup. This will be shot at night and will be terrifying. Do any of the actors want to take part in this? Bunch of the actors comment, I'll bring a flashlight. Yes. I'll bring the death certificate by Ryan Lawrence said that. Haha, this is going to piss the world off. Poor Lindsay. Hey guys, can you do Sunday? If you need, let me know ASAP. Haha, that water's going to be cold.
Can I answer a question in chat real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are the investigators aware of this? So everything that is in this group is from 2014 through 2016. So it all took place in San Diego, or California.
And Tennessee cannot do anything for us with that.
Right. There's currently no open or ongoing investigations in the state of California.
Right.
But this is information that honestly I know California and our friend Luke has been sharing a lot of interesting law perspective in the group. If you guys have been following his posts, my hope is that somewhere in this maybe there's something some of the victims will be able to do.
So
because I know California has some interesting laws as far as
let me say this, right, Boston. I wanna bounce off of that, right? Sometimes if you are passed out or you are unaware of the situation not being what it was, from the moment you discover it, it opens up the statute of limitations in California, right? So if I put this out here now,
hold on, are you breaking up for everyone else, or is it just me?
I think it's just you. Josh, can you?
Yeah, he's not breaking up for me.
Okay.
I'll
be back.
Okay. So if we put this information out and victims out there see this information and it is the first time that it's being brought up to their attention, they can go to the cops. I can't guarantee it's going to help, but it's a try, it's a shot. So we are putting this out there for them to discover it and to open a case. Let's go through some more screenshots.
And Chris, before you move on a little bit, like, we'll talk a little bit more about this afterwards because I don't want to say too much, but maybe I'm supposed to be getting contacted here soon. Yeah. Perhaps I can at least share with them, and so that they, even if they can't use it, at least they see like this is what this guy's capable of. Let's really dig into this investigation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I personally haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, but I will be doing that just simply because I feel like it's the right thing to do, either whether anything comes of it or not. But now that we put this out on the interwebs as well, I think our next step, and I feel comfortable saying this in front of everybody because I know you guys are going to agree as well. I think our next step after this is we need to find, as we're going through this, if we see something related to people that we know, we take it to them and let them see it.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, now that this is out there and they're going to see it and it opens, we don't want to waste no time on them being able to take action. So.
Right. So if you went through, because we don't have all the names to all the people that went through a tour. It's kind of generic. Like we got a big Marine, things like that.
An ex-cop.
Yeah. Hold on.
But then we can look at the videos from that time and we can piece 1 and 2 together. So it's going to be kind of a puzzle for some of these. And I do apologize. I know my mic sounds like shit right now, guys.
You're fine.
Sorry.
You sound fine.
Yeah, you sound fine.
The says I sound like I'm talking through a calculator. One thing I don't know. Have you shown all the screenshots we're going to share yet? Okay.
Not yet.
Then no spoilers, because one is really like, whoa, that I discovered last night.
I don't have that one. I did not get that one to put up. But
can I say by word what it was?
Yeah.
Just so people understand. And feel free to repeat what I say in case people are having trouble hearing me. Russ there's actually a post in here where Russ tells his actors, no more drowning, no more choking. We need to make these tours last a little bit longer than 40 minutes.
Yeah, I remember you sending me that last
night. Yeah.
So there is also what's important about what we found is a lot of people said, who do we go after? Because the people wore ski masks. We didn't know who was there. We have lineups of who was there for what dates, for what tours. So
then we're going to be able to verify a lot of witness statements and victim statements and everything. I mean, I really hope that people grasp how massive this is going to be. I mean, this is on the level with the hard drive, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to verify things from that hard drive and give a background story to the stuff that is on the hard drive. And then, also, like you said, it's going to open a new legal outlet for victims and everything else. So, that's why we kept this quiet, and that's why it's being handled so delicately, because we want to do this the right way and get the permission that we need to put out what we need, what we have, like.
Mm-hmm.
we just want to do this the right way, and I feel like I can speak for all of us on that.
So I want to say this, where people randomly added to the group. So this group had like 12 or 14 people in it when we got in it. It was very small. And I will say there are a few where either somebody dirty deleted or they exited the group and had their comments also removed because...
Or permanently deleted their Facebook.
Yeah, or permanently deleted their Facebook. Now, so we had those. We have... Sorry, if you're hearing squeaking, the dog has done anything all day till I'm live. So we did add several alts because what I found out early on was I was originally in there under my main profile and I thought it was a dead group, but then I found out I was blocked by several of the people in there. So we had to add alts in there as well so that we could see more. So the group looks like it has about 16 people in it. I think 4 of those are between us and alts, something like that. So it's still a very small group. The group is hidden.
And I want to add to that, like, so you were blocked by certain people in this group that you couldn't see. So they're paying attention to what we're doing here. So like now, if you're watching this, thanks to my link or just following us in general, please come chat with us. This is a open challenge to just come speak to us in a civil situation. We're not here to antagonize. We're not here to rip you to shreds. We just want to have a mature civil conversation about your contributions to this group, and get your side, because there's 2 sides to every story, and I think it's important that we hear the other side, no matter what people are going to think.
Oh, Terra plus 7, that is a different group you're talking about completely.
Do I need to talk the origin story of this group or no?
No, I say because we don't want to out how we got in.
Well, obviously I'm not going to say a name, but
you can, then, if you're comfortable.
It's totally up to you guys. No, it's totally up to you guys.
If you're comfortable with it, go for it.
I can wait until a more appropriate time. We'll just go through a little bit more.
Okay.
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, we got added to a group from somebody who wanted us, who saw what we've been doing and thought it was something we should see. And that's how it happened.
Let's show some more, shall we?
Let's do it.
Steve Pure, we need to plan for next weekend and not doing this every man for themselves thing again. A revolving door and let everyone get some in.
Oof.
I read that as someone complaining that they didn't get enough hits in or enough,
Yeah, that's my take too.
Are we passing, I think it's supposed to be on the 6'5", 295 Marine, or do you want me to schedule? I'm only asking because we'll all need the main team of guys, so let me know. Nick Baldwin says, I'm down to jack this dude up. How'd it go? Nick, brutal. Russ, she passed out 6 times, twice in the van, said the safe word in 2 minutes. Like, holy shit, right? Passed out. Why is somebody passing out 6 times and the show's still going on?
Because they're being choked and drowned, apparently. Like, Jesus.
It's absolutely horrible. You'll love this. The girl yesterday is saying that she had to go to the hospital after the show because she had sprained nose, a cut on her forehead, and some bruises, and was messed up lip. In her interview, she said her life was actually in danger and she could have died. She also said she passed out again in the car and that we could have stopped the show once she had passed out. If you remember, we asked her several times if she wanted to stop and use a safe word. These people are amazing. She did nothing. If a person passes out, the show should stop, right? It's not on the person to say that because who knows where they're at in their head, right? When they come to, what's going on. As a creator, as a business owner, You should pull the plug right there. Let's keep going. Steve Fox, work on Eric. He's backing out now because of my last film, The Interview, unless he's joking. We need this guy to go through so we can jack him up. I never heard that term, jack him up, but like it's throughout. They say that a lot. Now this one, I saved this one for the last because this one is going to answer a topic of conversation that's been going on in the group. San Diego actors, while the Arizona deal is being worked out, the business partners are having issue with coding and the police, as I knew they would. But that is their problem, so to speak. I have enough deals in the works to worry about, LOL. But again, I was thinking maybe we could start doing the haunt here again with what we can. That shows, that confirms there was something going on in Arizona or about to go on in Arizona. And I know in the group, we have all started seeing this new group pop up that was back from 2016. The dates are only a few months apart from when that group was created and that post was made, saying the actors of Arizona.
Right. But then shortly after that, he moved to Tennessee. And the Resurrection Tour was the name of the tour that were some of the first tours that happened in Tennessee.
So, there, not that I know of, I don't think they were really talking about the 20 grand at that time. I didn't see any. I don't believe I saw any of that in this group. So we are going to start looking through all of this stuff, right? And organizing it, blurring out the addresses, blurring out the phone numbers. And as we do that, we will start the albums and start dropping them. So all of you have the exact same information that we do. If you are a person that went through Tennessee, please reach out to any of us. Or I'm sorry, not Tennessee, San Diego. Tennessee you can too, but San Diego, please reach out to any of us and we will do what we can to get you any information that we may have that will help you.
Yes. Amanda Genrich, there is, I don't know if I would say the word help fill in the blanks, but there's definitely talk about 2 of her tours in there. Yeah, actually 3, I think.
I think they mentioned the third, but I don't
but
think
not
we
the
get
detail.
to the third.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna put one of her screenshots into this for us to share, but if you don't mind, like I'll share. Like one of the comments was they, I think it was Russ himself who said, like they're gonna make that third tour very different than her previous tours. Like you can see him vocally. I don't know the exact verbiage, but you'll see it in time that that they made this tour very different than her other two. So that and she felt that way as well. So there's verification for that now.
There's lots of comments of, oh, we need to really break this person fast this time. Like this is their second tour and they lasted too long last time, so do pull out all the stops, I mean, there's a ton. What Chris has just shown is really the tip of the iceberg here. There's a lot, and especially when we can match dates with people's actual tours that are out there, I think this could bring a lot of help to a lot of victims. So again, if there's anyone in this group or watching this video right now who did go through in San Diego between the years of 2014 and 2016, please reach out to us. If you want to keep your information confidential, we promise to keep your information confidential. You don't have to come up and do a live interview if you're uncomfortable with that. We just want to get as much detail as possible as we can with your perspective, because now we have Russ and the actors' perspective. We've got the videos, which of course are edited videos out there. that don't show the whole picture, but they show a lot of the brutality, and hearing your story would be a really important piece to this.
And until we get these phone numbers and addresses blurred and out to the public, if you did go through that time and you reach out to us, you do have to provide some sort of proof. So we're not just giving out stuff to a random person, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to get this information. So please bear with us, work with us so that we can see you are who you are, that you indeed went through, and we can get you that right information. But within the next few weeks, you are going to see all of this stuff dropped into the group, and you will also just have access straight to it. So that's only if you want to try to get it ahead of time.
I just want to say it's so crazy how my whole background has changed since the beginning of this, and we've not even been live that long. I was sitting on my front porch, so I swear I'm not sitting in a dark dungeon somewhere.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm outside. Same here. It went from dusk to pitch black pretty quickly.
Yes, I believe so, Stacy.
And so I know that Boston kind of covered on this, but I just kind of want to reiterate this just a little bit. If you went through a tour in these years, and even if your name has not been thrown out there 100 times, and you don't feel, if you feel that anything happened to you that you've ever had the least bit of concern about, reach out to us, because there's a chance that we've got something about it somewheres that we can give you at least some personal validation about, like, because we're seeing names that chances are we've never seen before. So, no matter who you are, if you were involved in these years, feel free to contact us. It'll be completely anonymous. What you choose to do with your information is up to you. And I just want you guys to make sure you feel safe contacting us. Because I feel like all of us have the utmost respect for what anyone went through with this, because it's just it's insane. It's madness.
I see some people asking, is there a Facebook group or something? Absolutely. I'm going to copy and paste it in chat here. If the link does not work, it is just McKamey Manor Roadtrip. And it has our little shield that you can see up in the corner next to Josh, and a picture of me.
Sometimes when you search it, though, because it is a private group, it won't show up. Chris Smith's public page on Facebook, if you just look up Chris Smith, Kris, and then Smith, his public page with the blue check mark on it, he has shared the link to the group on his public page as well.
Yep. So please join. We will be getting this stuff in. Like I said, this was a big bombshell that we did not want to sit on for a long time without informing everybody. We just wanted to make sure that we got everything out of it, because we're sure we're probably going to be booted, even though at this point it's kind of pointless, because, like I said, we've taken snapshots of every comment, every post. We've screen recorded the whole thing. We've tested every link. We've downloaded every video. We've captured everybody that was in the group.
Every Excel sheet. There's
every Excel sheet with the breakdowns of events that take place during the live show. We have all of it. And so we are happy to finally put this out to the world, and hopefully somebody will be able to get something out of it and help them out.
And Chris and Boston, I just want to thank you guys, man, for everything y'all put into this. It means the world to me, man. I couldn't have picked like a better squad of people. I know Brandon's not here right now. Brandon helps us out a lot as well, but I trust you guys with my life at this point. Everybody I've heard that you guys have talked to, you've handled with the utmost respect, and I got the world of respect for you guys, and I hope that everyone else does too. So let's hit this shit out of the park, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It goes
Glad to
both
have
ways.
you on the team.
Yeah, none of this would have happened and thank you for your trust in us. Because when Josh brought this to us and said, hey, this could be a very short window of time that we have to collect this, and I need some people I trust that can help us, help collect all of what's in this 3-year-long Facebook group, and that's what we did. So I really appreciate your trust in us, and it goes both ways.
I never accepted it. So just so that you know, I was always very vocal with that not being true, and it just reconfirmed my thoughts about it. I was always against that and spoke out about that quite often. I thought it was a half-ass apology. I still do. Well, now we know.
I mean,
I don't even think it.
I mean, you guys there's posts in there of other actors telling that specific actor they need to tone it down because people are tapping too early and not, and it's very strange. And I'd love to, our channel, Horror Road Trip, was Chris's channel, first and foremost, for years, and it's always been about extreme haunts in general, and haunts and immersives, and it would be really awesome. We will eventually get to the point where we are actually going to be interviewing some haunt actors at different haunts, and Josh is nodding his head with excitement. I can't give any spoilers yet, but there's some pretty big famous haunt actors that we will potentially be interviewing, and I think it's extremely important to see the contrasting comparison between what a professional haunt actor's mindset is while working in a haunt, as opposed to this group of, I don't even want to call them actors, to be honest, this group of people that got an opportunity to hurt people and do it in a way that they at least thought was legal at the time or could get away with it. And pretty eye-opening.
I want to answer this. Technically, I'll just be technical first, and then I'll give you the real answer you're looking for. Technically, the last post to happen in that group was 48 minutes ago from Josh, telling them to all come and check out this live. It's been seen by multiple people too, so they saw it.
Has it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But before that was April 8th, 2017. And then there was a big gap, November 15th, 2016. So
keep in mind that there's probably a lot of posts missing due to deleted profiles and all these other things. So
yes.
So we got enough. I mean, there was, what's the Guantanamo Bay post? That one scared me.
Yeah, where they say that they're worse than Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, someone posted an interview or a documentary or a news article, something about Guantanamo Bay, and they all were bragging.
They said they did it better,
including saying we did it better, we do it better than them. Blah blah blah.
2017, only one post, and then the next one was back in 2016. The name of the group is called Actors. It's hidden, though. You can't find it in a search. It doesn't show up at all. So we were fortunate to get in there. Question: can you use a Wayback Machine to locate the delete? I don't believe we can.
I think that's just. I don't think that works with private Facebook groups, does it?
Right.
We can try. I mean, it'd be worth a try.
Yeah, we can try it. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm sure Brandon does.
I was going to say, I'm sure we know someone who can figure that out.
So we'll try that. We'll try that and see. I think the big thing that got us at first was the fact that we couldn't. We didn't realize not all of us were seeing the same things because some of us were blocked and some of us weren't. Not unless it happened this year. He was not banned. I mean, they always send him a thing asking him politely not to come, but he still shows up. So they don't stop it or enforce it.
I still think that Danny and Ben should just make a McKamey Manor Trans World booth and just sell they should just go crazy with it and just sign people up for Ben's basement.
I'll be at Trans World this year. So
me too.
I plan on going myself actually if I can get in.
We can get you in.
I'd be down to meet you guys there.
Yeah. So we'll the three of us and Brandon will definitely be there. Yeah, we'll give out free stickers.
Because who doesn't love stickers?
Who doesn't? So thank you all for tuning in. I'm happy to now have this out there. Bear with us because, like I said, the screen recording itself is about 2.5 hours long, going through every single post. And when you watch this screen recording, you were going to have to do a lot of pausing because I literally gave about a second and would start scrolling. I didn't even really give too much time. You guys can pause it. But we got the screenshots.
The screenshots, right. We
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure, and sadly, because that's like a thing now, I guess, that people say all screenshots can be faked, which is ridiculous, but that's like a thing now. So sadly, we had to make sure that there was also a screen recording in case anyone tries to come and defend themselves and be like, that screenshot was fake. But I think what we'll start, bear with us because we'll start probably dumping them in chronological order starting from 2014. But we have to go through each screenshot we have and redact some information because there are things like phone numbers, addresses. You have to realize a lot of what this group is Russ directing people to start harassing certain people. Or even them just making fun of people. They're, especially once they started getting their quote unquote haters.
How did we not share one start the harassment post through all of this? We didn't share one stop the harassment post.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. So it is not confirmed if it will be there last or not. It's Danny and Ben. You never know.
If what will be there last?
They asked if it'll be their last
video.
episode. Are you releasing these messages to the public or using them in the court case? Sorry for the questions late to the party. Well, the investigation going on is only for Tennessee and what happened in Tennessee. So we are releasing them publicly, hoping that it will spark something in San Diego and be able to open up something.
Which is why it is important, again, to reiterate this for the late joiners. If you have ever been a part of McKamey Manor tours between these years, please message us so that we can give you what we have, if we have anything involving you, so that you may have an outlet to pursue something and open up something there as well, so that Russ is getting sandwiched.
And we can promise you, contacting any of the three of us, no, we three here can promise you that, I'm sure I can say the same for our other mods, but we promise you that if all you want is any information pertaining to what they were discussing during your tour, we will give it to you. No questions. Well, not no questions asked. We have to make sure you are who you are. But we will keep your information, your name, the fact that you've been contacted us, private completely if that is what you want. You having this information
is more important.
That's more important than anything coming out.
Will stuff be posted on YouTube? So yes, we're going to use it throughout the Rise and Fall series where it comes in, but it's not going to be the mass amount of it. It's going to be very select and specific parts. So you will still see more stuff, but it's not going to be everything on YouTube. It's just too much.
Yeah, and like Chris said earlier, he's going to make an album, right? You're going to make an album.
Yeah.
For people just to browse through.
Quarterly years is probably the best because I mean, we both took screenshots. It's got to be over 1,000 screenshots because some of those posts have like 80 some comments.
I have no more storage on my iPhone.
Yeah, I was worried about maxing out the storage on my iPhone as well.
Yeah. Also, our next episode is going to be about the 2013 year, which was the year that no actual haunt happened, and we'll explain more details as to why. But that was before this Facebook group got started. But we are going to be watching and reviewing a live panel that Russ did with some actual real haunt owners. And you're going to see a lot of questions from the audience about his actors and about his ideas of safety, etc. And I think the answers are a stark contrast compared to the answers that the professional haunt owners give on that panel. So that'll be an interesting episode. And we will, of course, notify everybody in the Facebook group. If you're not already subbed to Horror Road Trip's channel on YouTube, make sure that you are subbed and turn on the notifications so that you get the little ding ding alert. But we'll always leave the lives up for replay, anyone who doesn't catch it.
Yeah. Dan, no Arizona tours, but we do now have proof that it was being looked at to begin.
Right.
Yeah, it was more than just chit chat. I mean, this was seriously looked into.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your kind words. And well, with that, do you guys have anything? Because I have to wrap up. I got something I have to get to. We wanted to get this out to the world. Thank you. We appreciate that very much. We're doing what we can. We know that, we can't help everybody, but we are definitely trying to help all those that I can.
D. Dot. And sorry, I didn't mean to. Yes, thank you for that comment. I just saw I did a Tennessee tour. So just like we're asking anyone from San Diego, I know unfortunately the discovery that we've announced today of this of these conversations between the actors and Russ has nothing to do with Tennessee, but we are going to be covering the Tennessee years in our Rise and Fall series. So please, same goes out to anyone who has done any McKamey Manor tour. Please contact any of us so that we can talk to you about that, figure out where you go on the timeline, see if we can find any footage of your experience in Tennessee, and we will be covering that once we get to those years, which will be a few weeks, especially with the holiday break. It may be more like a month before we get to Tennessee, but we'll get there.
So, all right, guys.
And you never know. We may stumble across a Tennessee group.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, there's no.
Well, it would just be kind of Russ by himself.
Russ talking to himself. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. This Russ's diary.
So, let's see. I watched the documentary on Hunters Are the Scare just a bit ago. It seems. Yeah, and we can confirm that Hunters Are the Scare was being filmed while these years were in play.
Yeah, lots of interesting information about that too that you'll find in this Facebook group.
Without naming no names, but in this group that we have, there's also a name that is going to be super familiar to some of you. Avid, how do I word this, Chris? How do I word this, man?
Movie buffs?
Yeah, there we go. Movie buffs that you're going to recognize, and it's going to make you really consider their involvement as well. In my opinion, this is my opinion, but I'm telling you, we have barely even scratched the surface of what is inside of this group for you guys. So, I really hope that you guys stay tuned because I think this is going to be a wonderful series going forward, and lots and lots of stuff to come out.
So, thank you all. We will give an update throughout the week when the next episode will be, and as soon as we get a quarter of a month done, we will drop an album, and we will slowly continue to do that till we get through all these screenshots. How do you follow the series? You go to our YouTube channel, which you are on right now. Just subscribe to that channel, and it's called The Rise and Fall of McKamey Manor, and that's how you will be able to follow that series. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will bring you any more updates as we get them.
Thank you.